internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world. XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours of Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. Do not feel discouraged whatsoever with your holdings. XRP is currently trading at $2.15, and we are going to see this handsomely climb up to double digits and triple digits. In today's episode, we are going to go over some remarkable statements by Larry Fink and his 2025 annual letter to investors. This is a jaw dropper, and I highly recommend you do not want to miss a second of this, because everything that we have been talking about on this channel is becoming reality. And the only thing now we have to wait for is the price appreciation, but that is going to come from scaling the system, merging the two systems, the old and the new. Sit back, you're going to enjoy this very much, and I can't wait to share what was said here. Listen to, first of all, what he's like, the way he says it here. Humans are smart, resilient creatures, and we build systems that reflect our own image systems that take the confusion around us, make sense of it, and produce surprisingly good outcomes. I can't wait until AI comes in here. Like, we're at the end of the day, we are creatures, right? We're all kind of like animals. If you really kind of think about humanity. He goes on to say, all begin with BlackRock's work, but both of these efforts extend beyond asset management, touching broader issues like retirement policy, energy, and tokenization. Tokenization is being led by Ripple internally to everybody. Okay, you gotta understand that Ripple has been the educators to the public sector since inception, and that is a fact, along with other entities as they grew. Listen to this part, and the information you're going to hear after this is just, I can't believe it. The world's money moves through plumbing built when trading floors still shouted orders and fax machines felt revolutionary. Remember, this is way bigger than the internet. Take Swift. It's the system that underpins trillions of dollars in global transactions every day. And it works much like a relay race. Banks hand off instructions one by one, checking details at each step. That relay approach made sense in 1970s. And we're in 2025, ladies and gentlemen. We're in 2025. But today, relying on Swift feels like routing emails through the postal office. Tokenization changes all that. If Swift is the postal service, tokenization is email itself. Assets move directly and instantly, sidestepping intermediaries. Oh my goodness, this is insane. And if you don't think this is huge, then you have no idea. Like, you got to go do more research, right? Like, if this is the first video you're watching, again, this is more of a, you got to have some IQ in this crypto ecosystem and XRP with what I'm talking about. This is what I mean. Education goes a long way. It's like your average person is not going to indulge and understand all of this stuff and how big it is coming from Larry Fink. And wait until the videos that I show you. It's insane. We called it from day one, and Ripple is, oh my God, double digits, triple digits. My goodness, I can't wait until to see what these morons say. Listen to this. Every stock, every bond, every fund, every asset can be tokenized. If they are, it will revolutionize investing. Markets wouldn't need to close. Transactions that currently take days would clear in seconds, and billions of dollars currently immobilized by settlement delays could be reinvested immediately back into the economy, generating more growth. This is what I mean by when I say we are going to see the unexpected, ladies and gentlemen. The amount of value that is going to be created when we start tokenizing these assets and when they start utilizing the protocols that have been built in the back layer of things. Like, I'm getting like my hairs like sticking up on my arms right now. Like, this is like, My goodness. And wait until you hear the video that we talked about tokenization and Larry Fink and everything like years ago, okay? Do you guys remember Archax? Okay, Ripple collaborates with Archax to bring hundreds of millions of dollars of tokenized real-world assets to the XRP ledger. And remember when I said, obviously, they're not going to come here and say trillions because, come on, they're never going to say that and just get everybody hyped up. They didn't even say billions. They said millions. What jokesters, just complete liars, but sandbagging, whatever you want to call it. But listen, look at what's going on behind closed doors, okay? This deal was made yesterday. Archax buys FINRA regulated broker-dealer to offer tokenized assets in the US. The firm plans to offer tokenized real-world assets. And if we go over to the broker check, you guys could see Global Cap Private Markets, right? This is who they purchased. And they're regulated by the SEC and also FINRA. So they're fully good to go in the United States. And now they're going to be working together. And remember what the CEO of Archax said. Okay, the CEO himself said it.
We're at Q4 2025. How big is the RWA market in size? Where does the majority come from? Graham, don't disappoint us.
No, well, I'm probably a bit more bullish. When you're talking about replacing cash, when I see DTCC, Euroclear, Clearstream, it only takes one of them to flip onto natively digital. Tens of trillions. I think we could see 30 to 50 trillion, all on XRP, all trading on Archax.
Here we go, $50 trillion.
Every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every bottle of fine wine, every collectible car, every piece of real estate, every private business, everything of value in the world will eventually be a token.
30 to 50 trillion, all on XRP, all trading on Archax.
Wipe out all of DTCC, which processes $1.8 quadrillion a year.
Cash, when I see DTCC, Euroclear, Clearstream, it only takes one of them to flip onto natively digital. And
that is a large number. That will all move to digital. And when it does, it will create massive wealth.
And now you're seeing all the indirect and direct partnerships and correlations. Remember that? We said this for a very long time when we started this channel. I said, do not worry about any kind of partnerships that are being announced. Look at the indirect correlations where Ripple is, working with these companies. It's all layered, okay? It's all layered. And before we get into just shocking fact-based content, I just want to bring one thing to your attention before I make a 30-minute video on this. And just, again, what even Larry Fink says about tokenization, I just want to be honest with you, okay? Just for the doubters. And if you don't want to get involved in the meme ecosystem, that's totally fine. It's no one's going to pressure you. But at the end of the day, we're going to be making videos when this thing is at 100 million, 200 million, 300 million. And when I make that 30-minute video, you guys are going to say, my goodness, we could completely crush this, okay? Salute is ranked #1 on the XRP ledger meme ecosystem. That's like Bitcoin being ranked #1. We are ranked #1 right now. And you guys may not understand it yet, but when I do the full breakdown on the Salute token and what is being designed behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen, just know this ledger is going to grow with XRP's growth. The SEC declared memes as collectibles and that are not securities. Institutions know there's money in memes. They're going to come 100%. And for all my OG individuals, you guys know there's no way in hell I would do anything like this that would, put my reputation on the line if I didn't know the bigger vision. And I'm over here talking about a 10-year vision. Okay, this is not some, this is not games. And I'll tell you just briefly, just give me 2 seconds or give me a minute and a half, okay? Look at Salute, right? We have 2,800 holders. Phoenix has 20,000 holders. Complete BS. It's all fake is what I'm trying to say, okay? These are not real holders. We actually have a real driven community token that is going to completely take the entire ecosystem by storm when we announce what we're building. And we're doing that. Join the Telegram. The link is in the description down below, right? We're talking about it. We got an enterprise going, okay? Okay, anyways, put that to aside. Let's get into this video that we created. Listen very carefully because your jaw is going to hit the floor. Just given what Larry Fink said yesterday, This is huge, ladies and gentlemen. Please share this video. And if you're not invested into crypto right now, if you have $0 and you're watching this video, and if you have $0 in crypto, what are you doing, dude or ma'am? What are you doing? Like, it's insanity if you don't have crypto in 2025 right now. This is it. And just look how well this video aged. And this video is going to age 10 times better. Do not feel discouraged whatsoever. We have done the research. We have understood, or we understand technology itself, right? XRP is a math-based currency. $100 XRP has to logically, mathematically happen. And let's continue. A lot of people are feeling discouraged within the XRP community, but let me tell you one thing. Do not feel discouraged. The asset you're holding, called XRP, is an asset for the enterprises. It's been long in the making. Since inception, it has been following regulatory guidelines. It is trying to set guardrails within the crypto sector. The videos that we make every day on this channel are gonna be monumental looking back on it years from now. Double digits, triple digits is gonna happen 100%. And in today's video, I'm gonna show you what's going on behind the scenes with tokenization and how Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock, and Jamie Dimon are leaning towards tokenization. And let me show you one thing. Ripple has been the backbone for real world assets being tokenized. This article, which we're gonna get into back from 2021, talking about evolving RippleNet for a tokenized future. This has been long in the making. But first, take a listen to what Larry Fink and Jamie Dimon said here.
We believe the next step going forward will be the tokenization of financial assets. And that means every stock, we would have instantaneous settlement. Think about all the costs of settling bonds and stocks. But if you had a tokenization, everything would be immediate. And so we believe this is a technological transformation for financial assets.
There's a cryptocurrency which might actually do something. Think if a cryptocurrency has an embedded smart contract in it, and then we can use it, buy and sell real estate and move data. That may have value.
The idea of tokenizing.
Tokenizing things that you do something with.
So you could create these tokenized assets, but you got to find a way to move it. Listen to what they said back in 2021, preparing the enterprise for the crypto future. Ripple is evolving. We're expanding from a cross-border payments network to a platform providing tokenized services that will bring crypto capabilities to the enterprise and prepare them for a future where crypto is front and center. Okay, this is for enterprises. And this PDF, this presentation that was put together by Dilip Rayo to the IMF, they're talking about XRP is the first enterprise-ready digital assets built with security, scalability, and compliance in mind back in 2018. And a lot of people don't understand that when you're bringing in a tokenized future, and you're going to integrate it with blockchain technology, that technology itself, that asset itself being utilized within financial infrastructures needs regulatory certainty and clarity. And that is why Ripple and XRP are almost at the finish line. XRP, not a security. But overall, the whole lawsuit hasn't ended yet. Okay, let's continue on to what it said. It's a matter of when, not if, crypto will play an integral role in the future of financial services. I mean, that is just such a bullish statement to make back in 2021, and everything that has been going on for the past decade within Ripple and regulatory agencies across the world. I mean, a massive, massive move is due in 2024. I mean, just take a look at this. Jamie Dimon talked about real estate.
And then we can use it, buy and sell real estate and move data, tokenizing things that you do something with.
Ripple to showcase real estate asset tokenization solution. They're piloting this, and this was published last year. With real world asset tokenization predicted to be a multi-trillion-dollar industry by 2030, Tokenizing commodities such as real estate is gaining traction with the financial services and government sectors as a core use case. And if you guys remember, take a listen to what David Schwartz says here about tokenization and when he sees it coming. I mean, they all know it's coming. And then we're going to play another video by Jeremy Allaire pretty much saying it's going to happen this year. We are going to see real world assets be tokenized this year.
As real-world asset tokenization projects grow, I think the XRP ledger is going to be a really good platform for them to launch on, particularly because of the low fees and because of the integration with the DEX, with the proximity to sort of the movement of funds. The ability, if someone's going to buy, what do you want to do with a real-world tokenized asset? You want to buy it, you want to sell it, you want to hold it, you want to transfer it. And if you want to buy it and sell it, you want to be able to do that with whatever asset is convenient for you. You don't want to tie, if you tokenize some sort of debt, like you don't want to tie it to US dollars because then that limits access to it to people who have sort of proximity to US dollars. One of the things the XRP ledger is good for is giving you sort of proximity to many different assets, and that exchange is seamlessly built in. So I think that's going to make, that's one of the many reasons why the XRP ledger is going to be a good place to launch tokenized real-world assets. I think we'll see that in the next year, year and a half.
And so, you know, when Larry Fink gets on television the next day and says, this is just the tipping point. This is the tipping point towards tokenization. The tokenization of financial assets broadly and of other types of property is going to change the way the financial industry works. It's going to, you know, change access to finance and financial products and other things, which I deeply believe. You know, tokenization is going to be coming on in a significant way, and that we're going to see some of the very, very biggest asset issuers in the world issuing tokenized versions of those assets this year. And so that's significant.
And don't forget, back in 2021, Ripple announced, and don't forget, back in 2021, Ripple funded $250 million to pretty much work on tokenization projects, NFTs. Who else is doing that? Who else is doing that? I believe Ripple has the strongest balance sheets as one in the crypto sector. I mean, like, people are not ready for what's to come. And here's an updated article from Ripple, The Tokenization Revolution. This was published August 24th, 2023. Listen to what they said here. Additionally, tokenization can significantly reduce transaction costs as well as intermediary costs like management fees and insurance.
Settlement, think about all the costs of settling bonds and stocks.
Digital assets are also much better suited for programmability and automation than traditional assets. And the underlying blockchain technology ensures full transparency and immutability of the ownership and exchange of tokenized assets. And now, to wrap up the video, I want to show you how big this market is, and this is just scratching the surface. The $370 trillion benchmark challenge, this was published on the website. This is back from 2018, but this is still very valuable because that 370 trillion number is much higher right now. And I'm going to show you some of the problems that we're addressing, and some of those problems are still a problem. And the solution is going to be blockchain technology, and that is why Ripple joined ISDA along with a couple other crypto companies. Listen to what they said here. What are these issues? The outstanding notional exposure is estimated at $370 trillion, spread over derivatives, bonds, loans, and other instruments. Liquidity is another issue. More specifically, the need to establish derivatives markets in the new risk-free rates. Okay, risk-free rates and enhanced liquidity. Let's go ahead and break that down for you. Using XRP for enhanced liquidity. XRP can increase the turnover of financial instruments, enhancing overall market liquidity. XRP is very useful for international derivatives and bond markets, where transactions often involve multiple currencies and jurisdictions. XRP lowers the costs, and that will encourage more market participation, thereby increasing liquidity. And now covering XRP and risk-free rates derivatives markets. For derivatives, especially those shifting to risk-free rates, the movement of collateral is crucial. XRP can facilitate quicker and more efficient transfers of collateral across borders, enhancing the efficiency of these markets. XRP can provide a medium for quick and cost-effective liquidity management, which is essential for the growth and stability of these new derivative products. And of course, we need to counter in risk management. The XRP ledger provides a transparent and immutable ledger which can aid in better risk assessment and management for the vast array of financial instruments. Faster settlements mean reduced counterparty risk, as the time between transactions agreement and settlement is minimized. And to put the icing on the cake, it always comes down to regulatory certainty, regulatory assurance. Any solution involving XRP must navigate the complex regulatory environment of the global financial markets. For XRP to effectively address these issues, it would require a widespread adoption by financial institutions, markets, and regulators. And guess what? It has all that. It has financial institutions, it's open to the markets, and it's got the regulators on their boat. Integrating XRP into the existing financial infrastructure would be a significant technical and logical undertaking. While XRP can enhance liquidity and efficiency, it's important to ensure that it does not introduce new systemic risk into the financial system. And, what are the odds in terms of having systemic risk? Ripple and its digital asset XRP actually, they reduce systemic risk. Remember Sandy O'Connor in yesterday's video? She's a part of the FDIC and she is looking over a systemic resolution. It's all in the making. And Ripple is, working on many products that we don't know about. I mean, just take a listen to Brad Garlinghouse here trying to not say anything.
And what are the areas that interest you then?
I was thinking about being your wardrobe consultant. No, I'm not going to announce the world, the key areas, but.
And there's a lot of non-disclosure agreements out there that we still don't know about.
It started with a vision, now it's spreading wide. SLT's the token, it's our Degen pride. 24 hours crypto, leading the call. Bringing XRP believers, united we stand tall. First ledger's on fire, trades like the scene. SLT's the movement, power in the dream. From the memes to the moon, we're making it real. 100 XRP, that's the deal. I salute you, you salute me. Together in XRP we believe. From the trenches to the skies we see. XRP to 100 destiny. This ain't just a token, it's a battle cry. For those who know, XRP will fly high. Salute is the name, SLT the ticker. First ledger's buzzing, trades getting quicker. Building the future, brick by brick. In a world powered by Ripple, the vision will stick. We're more than a meme, it's a movement strong. XRP believers, let's prove them wrong. I salute you, you salute me. Together in XRP we believe. From the trenches to the skies we see. XRP to 100 destiny. 24 hours crypto, the captain of the crew. SLT's the anthem, for the bold and true. Through the dips and the pumps, we stand and fight. Believing in the ledger, in the dawn's bright light. I salute you, you salute me. Together in XRP we believe. From the trenches to the skies we see. XRP to 100 destiny. So raise your SLT, let the world hear the sound. XRP believers, we're Ripple bound. From the memes to the charts, the vision is clear. Salute to the future, the time is near. I salute you, you salute me. Together in XRP we believe. From the trenches to the skies we see. XRP to 100 destiny.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.